Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to have a look at, in my opinion, the best travel lens Fujifilm has on offer, the so-called kit lens, the Fujinon XF 18-55 f2.8 2.4. When I've got my XE3, it came with the other kit lens, the small and sharp 15-45. And although I loved the wide end of this lens, its zoom by wire quickly turned the table around and I started looking for a replacement. After some research, I decided for the star of today's show. First of all, let me tell you, this for me is not a kit lens. Under a kit lens, I understand a basic zoom with average build and average optical performance. This is everything but that. The build is excellent, and even my well-used example still feels very solid. And the optical performance? The lens is all metal except for this plastic lens hood, which can be replaced with a metal one in more compact square shape. I don't have mine yet, but I will link the one I'm planning to buy in the video description. The aperture ring is not stiff, but not loose either, and clicks are well noticeable. I don't use the focusing ring much, as I use this lens in more of a point and shoot on the go mode, but if you like to focus manually, you will be happy with its placement and ease of use. I can move it with one finger easily. Although it moves infinitely, but that's typical for most Fujifilm lenses, especially at this price range. Talking about price, that is not of a kit lens either, but given the amount of time this lens will spend mounted on your camera, the £500 investment is acceptable. And on the used market, it's a real bargain, often going for less than half of the retail. On the lens body, you will find a switch for optical stabilization and manual automatic aperture. This is really handy when you are out with your less photography savvy friends and want them to take a picture of you. Simply flick the switch into A, which means automatic, and do the same on your camera. Hand over your camera to a trusted friend and pose for a decent photo with peace of mind. The camera and lens will do a good enough job for you. The optical stabilization is great for low light conditions, especially when shooting on the wide end at f2.8. But is crucial for video. You can of course zoom all you want and not lose focus, which cannot be said, for example, for the fairly new 16-80 f4. Speaking about 16-80, you may argue that it has wider coverage and longer reach, and therefore is better lens for traveling. But it's also larger, heavier and more expensive. I have traveled a lot with my 18-55 and it had never let me down. It balances well on small cameras, like my XE3, even without the additional grip. It's light, sharp enough, has enough reach for decent portrait, and with f2.8 is one stop faster on wide end than its bigger sibling. This is my go-to lens when I'm traveling and just want to document what is happening around. Its versatility is invaluable when I'm with my wife or in a larger group of friends. Nobody has to wait for me while I'm changing one prime for another, and I don't miss shots that I otherwise would have with, for example, my 23mm f2. I love this lens too, but it cannot beat practicality of a good zoom lens when walking around exploring places. and the Fujinon XF18-55 is exactly that. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, but also check out my review of Fujifilm X-E3, the best travel camera, and also my story from a challenging volcano climb in Indonesia. Have a nice day, and I will see you with the next one.